It's a United States love affair with Formula One at the moment, so what a thrill for everyone today to see our drivers lapping COTA at full hot lap speed. It's the Circuit of the Americas, and it's qualifying.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11. Every time, every time.
That is pole, and by some margin. Well done.
Yes, thank you guys. Nice to see the old me back every now and then. Huh? Well done. Car was pretty damn beautiful.
Good effort, mate.
The lap was good, honestly. There wasn't much more.
Well, you don't need me to remind you that Formula One is now so beloved in the United States that we race here 3 times a year. But let's give respect to COTA, or the Circuit of the Americas, to give it its full name. This place laid the foundations for this moment and still remains the host of the US Grand Prix. It's 10 to the left and 10 to the right. I'm not talking about a line dance, I'm talking about the corners here at the fantastic Circuit of the Americas. Overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and turn 12 at this anti-clockwise 3.6-mile track. But we may well see cars struggle to slow down here today as the wet weather interferes with the low-speed grip. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Albon, Oscar Piastri, and Russell, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Mayer, and Esteban Ocon, Antonelli, Sainz, Aiden Jackson, and Tsunoda, Colapinto, Hulkenberg, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Isaac Hadjar, Gasly, Bortoletto, Lawson, and Ollie Behrman rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me for the first time this season here in the commentary box, Naomi Schiff. Hello, Gnomes. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? what do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
Radio check, radio check.
Check.
Max, radio check from the pit wall.
Yep, radio check.
Loud and clear.
Conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall.
Radio check.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, so heavy rainfall here to stay for a while. Doesn't look like it's moving on anytime soon. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment.
You check mine.
Loud and clear. Oh.
Decent parking. Let's try and get a good launch as the lights go out. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. Radar suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now. It's hard to say if inters or wets are better right now. lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Okay, heavy rain will be staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far.
I'm minus 5 brake pads and the thing just doesn't turn. It's unbelievable.
These conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall. Gap to your teammate behind, 9.6 seconds. They're on a fresh set of wets. They're currently 16th. And the time last lap, 1 minute 56.5.
I'm very slow because I got no confidence in the car. Copy.
to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 13.1 seconds. They're on old wets. They're currently 16th. Time last lap, 1:55.0. heavy rainfall here to stay for a while. Doesn't look like it's moving on anytime soon. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Okay, Charles, Norris behind. We want to keep them behind, please. It's critical for our race. Radar suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now. Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far. Norris is behind you. They're on old wets. Their tyres are 8 laps old, and the time last lap, 1 minute 52.6. Norris behind. They're on old wets. Their tyres are 9 laps old. Time last lap, 1:54.3.
They're just sliding around out here, mate. About 10 minutes.
Yeah, understood. We believe he's overeating. Like to gain the back.
Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive. Okay, we can take you this lap. Okay, heavy rain will be staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Understood, stopping this lap. Okay, forget the targets for now, we've got to focus on the pit stop. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. You've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate. These conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Right, we've got teams in the pits changing over to full wets. Come in and change your tyres if you need to. Okay, good work. Great.
Well done, Charles.
Thank you, Brian.
Okay, Charles, I know you've had a couple of offs, but don't worry about it. Get your head down, let's just focus on keeping the next few laps within the white lines.
Is there a leakage?
A leakage of what?
I have the seat full of water, like full of water.
Must be the water.
Let's add that to the weather office now.
Oh, Charles Leclerc.
Okay, gap ahead, 3.6 seconds. Hulkenberg ahead, and gap to the car in front, 3.6 seconds. They're on old wets. Ocon behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old wets. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 9 laps to go. Okay, so heavy rainfall here to stay for a while. Doesn't look like it's moving on anytime soon. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. And that's Hulkenberg ahead of you now. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.3 seconds. They're on old wets. Ocon's behind you. They're on old wets. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. And that's 8 laps to go. Okay, unlucky, mate. It was a good try, but we didn't quite meet our targets. Not to worry. Get your head down and chin up. And let's focus right the way into the checkered flag. Radar suggests that this... We're catching the car ahead, well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race. Okay, that's Sonoda just ahead. Come on, push hard. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 0.9 seconds. They're on old wets. Their tyres are 13 laps old. And the time last lap, 1 minute 53.1. Okay, keep this going. We're gaining by around 4 seconds a lap. Heavy rain will be staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain. These conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Okay, take it easy on the car, we can't sustain this level of damage. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, Russell's ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.2 seconds. They're on old wets. They've done 14 laps on those tyres now. Time last lap, 1:52.3. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. Amazing.
Holy, I just lost the brake pedal.
I've got information on Albon for you. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car. Okay, red flag, mate.
My God, my God, my God, my God.
Okay, this is essentially a free stop, so let's think very carefully about our strategy for the rest of this race. I know...
That!
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Good job, nice overtake. Keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres. Right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Couldn't do any better with that strategy.
Well done. Well done. Oh, very good luck.
Simply lovely, huh?
As he takes the checkered flag and wins.
Such an important victory at this stage of the season. Any points you can achieve to go towards the table is really going to mean a lot to the team. So well done as they prepare for the end of the season.
We had drama from start to finish, but in the end, there was only ever one that could take that top spot. He raises the trophy over his head. Lando Norris, head and shoulders above the rest today. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.